Hi everyone, this is Lakshmi Narayanan. Today we are going to see advanced programming practice using Java. I'm going to handle the course with advanced programming practice using Java. And in that, in first session, we are going to cover classes and objects. So in these classes and object, we'll give the outline. Like in this presentation, we are going to use methods, classes, and objects. So in that first topic, we are going to cover classes and objects. Method is used in these programming languages for it's like a procedures or functions or subroutines. And statements within a method will execute only when the method is called. That method declaration, method definition, and method call. These are the three main statement has to be used inside the program. To execute a method, you need to call another method that is calling a method makes a method call. Okay. And in this course, like small preparations are there in this, like first we are going to see about a classes and objects, and second about a structural programming. You know that Bob's Jacobian method has introduced this structural programming languages like branches, iterations, and decision makings and arrays are there, and we'll see the next classes one by one. And after that, we are followed that structural programming languages. We are going to see procedural programming languages, which is called characteristics, functions, and function declaration, arguments, and function definitions, and all. About a methods already we talked about it, and then we are going to see about an object-oriented programming. And in this object-oriented programming, like that basic topics about an abstractions, encapsulations, inheritance, and polymorphisms, and overridings we are going to be covered. Addition to this, we are going to cover about like few advanced topics about object-oriented programming that we call it as advanced programming practice by using Java. And we are going to cover one by one in this course. So the objective of this course is by end of this course, I am sure about that everyone will learn a Java programming with basics, with advanced concepts that we are whatever we learn in the basic concepts that we'll apply in advanced by using this object-oriented programming practices. Okay, and this is for an example, very simple Java programs where here we used. So first we have used classes, class, class name. Then we use the main program and simple statement we call to print by using the statement called as in system.out.println. So first Java program has been executed. So directly, I will jump to the coding part. So this is our coding part. So this is our coding part. So first we will see the session with the coding. See, this is Eclipse. It's an IDE. So in this Eclipse, see, it's an interfaces for an like user to type the program and they can execute, and you can get more like it's compatible for the users, and it's a best compiler for an user to try the programs, Java programs, and C++ object-oriented concepts in this Eclipse. So first, see here package. In this program, we used package under this package y1. So for creating this environment, first we need to choose a file and select a new. So in this, you have to create a Java project. Okay. And after that, you can create a project name with package called as on y1. Then after that, right click and select a new and create a class. So this is the class. See here, this is the class file will get opened. So our first program, I told you that classes and objects. For classes and objects, so we'll have a lot of theoretical example. So inside the class, we can use a number of methods. See, these are the methods. See, this method, a simple method we have used, and attributes we used. So these are the attributes, and we can call it a data member, and this is the member function, data member. This is the data. So here we used data inside the class, and this is the function. We call inside the class, so we call it as a member function to this class. And these are the data member. So while we are wrapping up this with this called as an attributes and methods inside the classes, attributes and methods inside the classes. So whatever the methods and attributes are used inside the classes can be accessed in the main function. So this is the main function. So main function should be declared with some string arguments with this statement called as a public static void main under some object. And this is the object class. So here we have created an object class, and this is the creation of an object for this class called as a student. So for this student, we created an object called as an S1, and this is the syntax for creating an object. So S1 is an user defined variable. I can see here instead of S1, I can also give an V1, K1, whatever. But whatever you used, that should be declared to call the method data as well as data member, which is whatever you used inside the class. So, so this part of the body of this statement is separate and this is separate. So this is the main function. So we need to create an object. We need to create an object to call all the data. So this is the data, all the variables and methods inside the class. By using this object, we can call. See here, S1 is an object we created. This is the syntax for creating an object. And in this student is a class name and S1 is a variable name. This we can call it as an object for this student class. And this is the syntax for creating a new class. So a new object. And with the help of this object S1, we can call this data in a main function, S1.main. So I am assigning the value for this data, and like that, see here by using this object, I'm assigning the value for the age. Likewise, I value for the course. All these will be applied in this method. So when I'm calling this method, S1 dot display details, when I'm calling this method, these three statements will be called for printing. These three statements will be called to print. These three statements will be called to print the data. See, Angeli 20, age 20, and course Java programming has been printed. How? See, here we use the output statement. So print statement in this member function, in this method. So that method has been called by using this object with the help of this class. Okay. So, this is the basic support of classes and objects. Okay. So whenever when you write a what kind of a program, that doesn't matter. Like when you're writing a program with the classes and objects, this is the basic example program for writing a classes and objects. And you may have a doubt like why we need to call this method outside this class. Why can't we able to print the method like we can print the method in this without this object creation of an object and about an access specifiers like public static and public protector and private. So all these things we will see one by one. So if here that OOPS concept has been started, so we'll wrap one by one like we have done in the next forthcoming session. Thank you very much for this basic classes and mentions.